Your neighbor's lawn looks like a golf course every single summer. You've tried everything, spent hundreds, and still nothing works. What if the secret was a $2 fix hiding in plain sight? I'm not talking about some internet gimmick or overpriced subscription box. I'm talking about a single ingredient your lawn is literally begging you for. And the lawn care industry doesn't want you to know this. Once you see what's inside those $60 bags, you'll never buy them again. Stay with me because this changes everything about how you feed your grass. Let's start with the one thing your lawn actually cares about. Strip away the marketing, the fancy packaging, and the confusing numbers on fertilizer bags. At the end of the day, your grass has one obsession, and that obsession is nitrogen. Nitrogen is the engine behind every blade of lush, deep green grass. It drives growth, color, and that thick carpet look everyone wants. Without enough nitrogen, your lawn turns pale, thin, and embarrassingly yellow. Every premium lawn product you've ever bought is built around delivering nitrogen. That is literally the whole game, and now you know it. So here's where it gets interesting, and honestly, a little bit infuriating. Your lawn cannot tell the difference between a name brand nitrogen source and a raw one. I'll say that again because it matters more than you think. Your grass does not care what logo is on the bag it came from. Nitrogen is nitrogen at the chemical level, period. End of story. The premium bag and the cheap bag deliver the same fundamental molecule to your soil. What you're paying extra for has nothing to do with results on your lawn. It has everything to do with the experience of applying it safely. That is the truth the fertilizer aisle is not designed to tell you. Now let me introduce you to the product that changed the way I think about lawn care. It's called ammonium sulfate, and it carries the label 21-0-0 on the bag. That number means it's 21% pure nitrogen with nothing else diluting it. You can walk into any farm or feed supply store and find 50 pounds of it. The price for that 50-pound bag is right around $26 in most places. Run the math, and that breaks down to roughly $2 per 1,000 square feet. Compare that to $60 for a premium bag covering the same ground. The math alone should make you put the fancy bag back on the shelf. But before you run out and buy it, you need to understand exactly what you're working with here. Ammonium sulfate is not slow, gentle, or forgiving like premium lawn food. It is a raw, fast-acting, quick-release source of nitrogen with real power. Think of it like the difference between a slow simmer and a roaring flame. Premium fertilizers wrap their nitrogen inside a polymer coating that slowly dissolves. That coating is the only thing you're paying the extra $35 for. It releases nitrogen gradually over 6 to 8 weeks with zero drama. The coating forgives your mistakes and gives your lawn a gentle, steady feed. Ammonium sulfate has no coating, no slow release, and absolutely zero margin for carelessness. That is not a reason to avoid it. It's a reason to respect it. Once you understand the single most important rule, you'll use it confidently every time. This rule is not optional. It is not a suggestion. It is the whole ball game. You must water ammonium sulfate into your lawn immediately after spreading it. Not in an hour, not after dinner, not the next morning if you forget. Within 60 minutes of spreading those granules, you need to soak the lawn heavily. This rule is what separates a gorgeous green lawn from a burned brown disaster. Here's the science behind why that rule is so critical to understand. Ammonium sulfate has what chemists call a high salt index. That means it aggressively pulls moisture toward itself wherever it lands. If it sits dry on a grass blade, even for a short period, it draws the moisture out. The blade desiccates, turns brown, and dies within 24 hours of contact. This is what people mean when they say a lawn got chemically burned by fertilizer. It looks absolutely devastating, and it happens faster than most people expect. But water dissolves the granules and carries them straight down into the soil safely. One heavy soak immediately after spreading, and this risk disappears completely for you. Let's talk about how much to apply so you don't overthink this part. The correct application rate is half a pound of ammonium sulfate per 100 square feet. If you're thinking in bigger numbers, that's 5 pounds per 1,000 square feet evenly spread. Spread it too lightly and you won't see much of a difference in your lawn. Spread it too heavily and even watering may not fully protect you from burn risk. A basic broadcast spreader set to a conservative setting gives you even, safe coverage. Apply it once in early summer when the grass is actively growing and hungry. Then apply it again in late summer to carry color and strength into fall. Now here's the bonus that most people who use this product don't even realize. Ammonium sulfate isn't just 21% nitrogen and then nothing else of value. It also contains 24% sulfur by weight in every single granule. Sulfur plays a surprisingly important role in how your lawn looks and performs. Most lawns in developed neighborhoods sit on alkaline soil from construction fill and irrigation water. Alkaline soil locks up iron that's already in the ground and makes it unavailable to the grass roots. Iron is what gives dark, rich, almost bluish-green color to healthy turf you admire. Sulfur gently and naturally lowers soil pH over time with each application you make. As pH drops toward neutral, that locked-up iron becomes available and your lawn responds visually. So you're getting nitrogen for color and growth, plus sulfur for pH correction in one bag. That double benefit is something most $60 bags don't even bother addressing for you. You're essentially getting 2 lawn treatments for $2, and most people never realize it. This is the kind of information that makes you feel like you've been overpaying for years. And honestly, you probably have been. But that changes starting right now with this knowledge. Let me take a moment to bust a myth you've almost certainly seen on social media. The Epsom salt lawn treatment shows up in videos every single spring without fail. People mix it into water and spray it across the lawn expecting deep green results. The idea sounds logical because Epsom salt contains magnesium and sulfur, 2 real nutrients. But here's the problem. Magnesium deficiency in lawns is extremely rare in almost every region. Your soil almost certainly has sufficient magnesium already and doesn't need more added to it. Spraying excess magnesium doesn't just fail to help, it can actively cause real harm. Magnesium and calcium compete for the same uptake pathways inside the grassroots system. Too much magnesium blocks calcium absorption, and calcium is critical for strong cell walls. So the popular Epsom salt trick doesn't just waste your time, it can quietly weaken your lawn. Skip it entirely and put that energy into something that actually produces measurable results. Here's one more layer to the system that takes your $2 treatment even further. After you've watered in your ammonium sulfate and the lawn has dried slightly, try this addition. Take 1 cup of plain blackstrap molasses and mix it into your hose end sprayer with water. Molasses is not a fertilizer and it won't directly feed your grass at all in the way nitrogen does. What it does is feed the billions of beneficial bacteria living in the soil beneath your feet. Those microorganisms are the invisible workforce breaking down organic matter and nitrogen compounds. When they're well fed and thriving, they process nitrogen faster and hold it in the root zone longer. That means your $2 nitrogen treatment sticks around longer and goes further for you. Molasses is cheap, widely available, and the results over a season are genuinely noticeable to you. So let's bring this all together into one clear picture you can act on this weekend. Your lawn wants nitrogen above all else, and ammonium sulfate delivers it at the lowest cost. A 50-pound bag from a farm store costs around $26 and covers a huge area. Spread it at 5 pounds per 1,000 square feet using a basic broadcast spreader evenly. Water it in heavily within 60 minutes and do not skip this step under any circumstances. Do this once in early summer and once more in late summer for consistent results. Add a sulfur benefit that corrects soil pH and unlocks iron for deeper green color. Skip the Epsom salt myth and optionally add molasses to turbocharge your soil biology. That is the complete system, and it costs a fraction of what your neighbor is spending. The lawn care industry is worth billions of dollars because it keeps this simple. They convince you that you need their specific product, their specific coating, their specific formula. But the grass growing in your yard right now doesn't read the label on the fertilizer bag. It reads nitrogen. It responds to nitrogen. And $2 worth of nitrogen works just as well as $60 worth. You now have the information that most lawn care channels won't give you directly. Go apply it, watch your lawn respond, and let that be the proof you needed all along. If this gave you something genuinely useful, drop a comment below right now. Tell me your lawn situation and what you're working with this summer season. Are you dealing with alkaline soil, patchy color, or slow growth this year in your yard? I read every single comment and I'll personally reply to help you troubleshoot your specific situation. And if you want more content like this that cuts through the marketing noise completely, hit follow. Every video I put out is built around saving you money while getting better results than the expensive way. Your lawn will be the best one on the street, and it starts with this $2 secret.